Nay, Bug, what's up? What's up, y'all? Oh my foot space is gone. Does it? I don't understand because we're not live yet. Can you guys see us or hear us? Like, we don't push live because we have to do it twice. We have to do it on the OBS and on the studio. I'm confused on why it does that. Why does it do boop boopy doop? Yeah, I know we're live, but Shanna, hello, welcome. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know you're a newbie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know, but Nene, when you were saying this is probably going to open up in a different window, then could you hear? John, this is just how we start it, just to let people know that we haven't started our live, like the whole process of what we're doing. So we keep it on black and white just until we let people know, hey, thanks for joining. This is what we're doing, and then we switch to the color stuff. No, Nene said, I'm here. ... Where are you? Whistles, makes face at the screen. Can you at that point, can you see me and hear me? Yeah, so you couldn't hear us or see us. I wonder why it does that. I wonder why it says, you know, why it allows you guys to come in the room and hang out. We'll have to figure that out. How's everyone doing this evening on a Wednesday night? So I saw who was the new person? Let's see here. Shanna? Is that how you say that? Shanna Marie. Welcome. Where are you from, Shanna Marie? John Lawson, have you been in here before? I'm not sure. That's scary. Well, it only does that if we're making a new live feed and we say create. So I think what that does is maybe that's just like something that I'm sure we can turn it off. Enable auto start, enable DVR. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we have it on auto start, so it just starts it so you guys can join. I don't know. Well, welcome. Illinois, awesome. We got a couple people from Illinois in here. All right. We'll let a couple more people in here. I'm going to go get me a Gatorade. I'm a tad bit thirsty. I'll be right back. Bowie? Oh, you got a new bed? Is that for you? Is that for Bowie?
Which one? Is he laying in that one?
Yes.
That's weird because it's heated.
These cats are like, oh my god, I'm gonna wear myself out. All right. All right. Well, looks like we got about 42 people in here. That's awesome. Morgan Young from South California. What's up, Morgan? JJ, what's happening? And if you're new to the channel, thank you very much. I hope you've subscribed. If you haven't, please do. We are on our way to 40,000 subbies and ATD fam. What was I going to say? Oh, there are no stupid questions. Ask any question that you would like. And if I don't get to it, somebody in the chat will. Most likely, it will be somebody with the little blue wrench. And those people with the little blue wrenches are our mods. And what they do is they kind of make sure there's no bullying or it really can't be cussing because it won't let you do that. It'll do it on its own. It'll say, do you want to see this or not? And if you get out of hand and you start to say some unkindly things or talk about not art, you could be put in timeout or blocked. So, but we're all family. We all have a good time here. So, yeah, subscribe, please. Please, please, please. My oldest boss would tell us the only stupid question is the ones you don't ask. He didn't have kids. Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so what we're going to do today, and we're going to put these on the website as we speak. These are our new CradleBoards, the square ones. We normally just sell the round ones. We will have the square with just plain, and then there's a kind that we call framed, I believe, but I don't know if those will be on there yet.
I'm listing all of them.
So she's listing all of them now. And I'm going to show you guys how to prep a board, prep a canvas, prep pretty much anything you want to pour on or paint on if it's MDF or wood or whatever. I'll be right back. All right. So I want to use the Yeti. I like the Yeti better. All right, so yeah, we got some square boards now. Jeff, let E know I sent her a text. She'll like it. Okie doke, I sure will. Susan asked, how are you liking the contacts? I love them. I don't know why I keep looking at this camera. I need to look at that one. I'm used to looking at that one. What, Bowie? What's up? You want to come say hi? Huh? I love them. I can see distance. I can see up close. It's a little, if it's smaller, I have to have a little give and take for far away and up close. And if I do too much up close, then my far away gets no bueno, and then I have to wear glasses with them at night or during the day when I drive, and I don't want to do that. So this is good. Midwest Monster says, are they routed out on a CNC? They are, but here, I'll just let you see. I'll explain it to you right now. Midwest, this is two pieces basically. It's MDF, no, MDF and LMDF, which is lightweight MDF board. And we've had this little dovetail cut in here at an angle, so you know this is not going to slide off on your. You can hang it any way you want it, and it's, you know, it's got that little lip there. So as you can see, it's awesome, the lip, and they're super lightweight. And yeah, they're 2 pieces here. And yeah, he does use a CNC. Long story short.
Should we go higher than 24-inch squares?
I don't know.
That's legal.
Yeah, Erica just asked, should we go higher than 24-inch squared? So normally we would probably carry 24-inch by 24-inch or 12 by 24-inch. They do get kind of pricey because these, we have one maker, and he can only work so fast. So and he makes all of our cradle boards, our round ones, and like I said, we do have some that are. Let me show you. Hold on one second. These are the framed ones. As you can see, there is a groove cut right into that. So either one, you can have a frame automatically around your piece. Or it makes it really easy if you're pouring on this, that you can tape this side off here, these all 4 sides, and you could pour on this and not worrying about, unless you pour a lot, that it can drip down and can be nice and easy to clean up. So there's no side cleanup. Unless you fill it up over the top, then you're probably going to want to do that to the whole thing. But it looks super nice. If you just paint this as a frame, or you can put resin on it, whatever you want to do, that's completely up to you. All right, what do we got here? Look at this. I tried to mess with my glasses. Yeah, it would be pretty. Let me see. Hold on, Sharon. I just caught your. Anyone from Australia order the boards? What's the shipping like? Yeah, I don't know. Shauna Marie, I was just watching the live with the circled boards and the coasters, where you can buy the kit online. How often do you guys have those, and do you have something different every time? The kits, it depends on what kit you're talking about. Either the kit that's just like an ocean pour, or the peacock one I think we have on there, or the primary, those stay like that. The pour with us once a month kit, it always changes. We can ship pretty much any size, but it's a hassle, and okay, I shouldn't say a hassle, but it's more of a risk to us and to you that it would be damaged, because they're so large, and these boards are pretty lightweight, and I assume, like, if a package isn't too heavy, they kind of throw them around, or they stack, you know, you don't want to stack stuff on top of these things. So we have 40-inch rounds available, but only for pickup. We don't like to ship those. So yeah, you don't want to ship anything over a 30-inch round, I believe. Rachel Snyder asked, are you guys going to have rectangles like 18 by 36, 12 by 24? Babe,
Yeah?
did you hear that?
Nope.
She says, are you going to have rectangles like 18 by 36 or 12 by 24?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, she's listing them. We're going to have those because I love painting on those too. Great question, Rachel. What is the best way to clean out the grooves? If you have, you know, like a blower, like a keyboard blower, you know, the little air thing, you could do that. Get in there, or a blow dryer would probably blow the dust out of there. Yeah, Shanna, the pour with us, they change every time. It's never the same. Yeah, Nene has it up there on June the 25th. We recommend if you buy the kit here in the U.S. before the 20th, we'll have it shipped out by the 25th. It should be to your wherever you live. We say get it before the 20th. We don't want you to get that kit and then not be able to do it. So yeah, make sure you do that. All right, did I get everything here? Yeah, and stuff gets heavy really fast in boxes. Paint and, you know, boards and resin. I mean, it's, unless you want two shipping packages, you know, I would order stuff sparingly, I guess you could say. It's hard to, I don't know if that's the term I want to use. All right. Awesome. Yes, I just ordered. Oh, awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show you how we prep these little things. First off, I like to use this stuff. This is PPG Ultra Hide Zero interior latex paint, and this is dead flat is what they call this. So it's like flat, no shine to it, nothing. Flip flop, or the rip rock. Always have your lid on. I don't know if I have a opener over here. Probably don't. Why would I have one over here? It would be over there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What can I use to open this?
Should have some keys up there.
Yeah, I should, but I don't. I got something. Alright, so we got our dead flat opened. Paying for my art storage and fireball shot. Thank you, JJ. Well, he bought a couple things from us, and he's just having it here so that when he moves here, we're not going to ship it to him and then him have to pack it up and ship it back or move it and risk getting it damaged. So yeah, S. Haley, you can she asked, can I use acrylic paint to prep my boards? And yes, you can. You can use whatever you want, as long as it's not shiny. But what we do, I guess you probably could, and then just sand it. I've never done that, so I don't recommend, using it. I don't sand this board here first, just to let you guys know. This is very smooth, but it's weird because it's smooth to the touch. But if you wipe a rag over it, you can feel like a little resistance. It's weird. And then if you sand it, it's a lot more. So I just wipe it down, get my roller, which I keep in this little bag here, so I don't have to keep using new ones. This will probably be my last time because this bag is pretty dry here. Alright, so I'm just going to, let's do this. We're going to get a little cup and just pour a little bit on here. It's probably going to be too much. Alright. Oh yeah, that's way too much. So just roll your paint on. Yeah, I put way too much on here. That was like roll your sides, and this sometimes this gets a little bit of paint off of your roller, so you don't have to worry about having too much paint on doing this, and then you can get the rest of it off. Get the excess off the front, or if you have another piece, you can just do that. Alright, so let's just roll this on here. Yeah, I probably should use a new roller. This roller is terrible. So what we do is we roll this on, and then I'll sand it. And do another layer. Let's try it here. We'll dry this off. This stuff dries pretty fast too. John asked, can you use epoxy with those boards? Would it build up on the edges? John, that's a great question. These boards. Hold on a second here. These boards, they're cut so nice. They have such a nice edge that if you pour too much resin, yes, it will find a way. It'll go off to the sides, but if you put a good amount, just enough on, it'll stop right there at that edge. So you have a nice little doming edge, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? And if you like, you can take it and, you know, do it with your hands if you like your edges to be like that. And then if you put more resin on, it'll most likely find its way off and you know, do that. We rarely do that because the resin just continues to fall and the sides never look as good as the top normally, unless you have some sort of rounded edge, and you have very fast acting resin. This has about a 2 hour, almost 2.5 hour working time, the resin that we use. So yeah, you've got plenty of time, and it will definitely, if you put a lot on, it'll find its way off. You can use flat white spray paint. You might have to do a couple passes. But what we do normally with our boards, what I'm going to show you here, be sure this is all the way dry, is I'll sand them. What do we got here? Got some 400. I got 400 here. So what I like to do, get some sandpaper. This is a little pro tip for y'all. If you ever noticed, your sandpaper gets really, you can only use basically two sides because you keep sanding with that, and this side gets ruined because it scuffs together. Put a rag in between them, and it gives you a little more even surface to sand your board down, or whatever you're sanding, if it's flat. And what I do is just give it a once over. That's basically all you need. Look at that, nice and smooth. And sometimes if you do a little bit, if you sand it a little hard, a little too much pressure, you can go back down to the board, which you don't want that if you're doing white and you have a negative space or you're not covering the entire thing. So what I'm gonna do is since I've already done this one, I'm gonna get the spray gesso. And spray gesso works a little bit better on a primed surface. And spray gesso is really good for alcohol inks too. That's like super awesome. Home Depot might deliver. S. Haley, I don't know. They might, and I think that, yeah, I think Evelyn's right. I think Home Depot might deliver. I do recommend getting this stuff because this spray gesso is awesome, and it gives a nice smooth surface that paint loves to stick to. Sorry, I have to get this or else it's gonna. Sorry, I have to answer this. This is about a friend of ours coming down for 4th of July. All right, sorry. If I wouldn't get that, it would just keep going on and on and on. All right, so I'm just gonna spray a light coat over this. I'm gonna open up my window real quick. Hold on 1 second. I'm in a very big room here. I'm gonna open up this window. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick how I spray this on. And then I'm going to spray the rest over there. What I normally do, and I'm not trying to cover the entire thing in one pass, which, you know, a lot of people would spray it until it's solid, and you could see that, you could tell it's a different white. You see, I'm not trying to cover this entire thing, you know, doing this right, you know. I'm going to spray what I spray on. I'm going to let that dry and then go back over it to where, because if I try to do that in one setting, it'll take probably 10-15 minutes for it to dry, and then probably still be a little moist to put resin on. You don't want anything with moisture on it with resin, so. And or just painting. I better put this up. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw this one out. This is.
Let me know if anyone
bueno.
has a request other than those sizes.
All right.
Because that's what I have listed currently ready.
So we have. Oh yeah, here's another little tidbit for you. Sorry, that's blurry. I apologize for that. I hate that so much. I don't know why. I think because it's such a dark, or it's so bright. All right, so this is another tidbit, little pro tip. All right, you know when you pour your paint out, pour it out, and it starts to get a little crusty here. Crusty. If you don't clean that, it gets built up, and then it gets built up on here. What I like to do is I start out. I just put you see that arrow right there? Put an arrow on that, and then an arrow on the top of your can, so you know where it goes, and you're not putting it in different areas to where it builds up those clumpy parts. If that makes sense, right? Does that make sense, you guys? And if you keep that clear, you shouldn't have that. You shouldn't have that problem. But sometimes you pour it out, put the lid back on, you forget. So then you're just building up clumpy stuff, and you don't want that. There you go. Good little pro tip. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how I spray this, just at an angle here. I get about, let's see here, I would say probably about that close. And remember, it's already white, so you don't need a whole, you know, like I said, you don't need a whole lot, you know, to cover this, but you definitely want to cover it. And the way I do this, that spit, is because I'm not trying to just blow all this paint. If I go off to the side, I try to stop. I'm not just going to hold down the trigger and just paint this. And then that would give me runs, and you don't want to do that. So what I'm doing is just giving little spurts in different areas. See? I'm holding my breath. I'm going to go over by the window. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. And see, by doing the little spritz, you're not pushing out a bunch of paint. You're not making this soaked, so you're not saturating it. You can kind of see where maybe I missed a little bit, but that's not going to hurt. It's going to get covered. You're going to paint on it, so I wouldn't worry about that. This is just if you know you had a certain amount of roller paint and you could still kind of see the background, and if that really bugs you, then you can use the spray to cover that. This stuff dries really fast too. And you don't have to use this to dry. If you want to spray it, sit it on your windowsill or on your table, that's 100 on you. It's all good. So there we have that second layer. I'm going to take my 400 once again. Let's see how you can feel. Ooh, that is still a little wet right there. All right, so, and if you're worried about the sides, whoops, they are a little, they probably need another layer. That's 100% up to you. If you want your artwork to go over the side, and you like that, and then you have some of this, you know, some of the board showing. If you want your resin to go over with clear and you want the sides to show with the colored resin, I would definitely paint this white. I would go on full on and just cover that. Now, if you plan on just painting your edges because you know that's going to go over and you don't like how that looks, I keep looking at this one now. Don't worry about that. Just pour or paint or whatever, and then when you're all done, if you're resin pouring on it, just give it a light little sand. If there's like a lot of resin, just hit it a little bit, and then just paint your sides white, and it'll look super nice, or whatever color you like. That's completely up to you. Normally, if you have a white base and you have white negative space, or there's some showing through the resin, white always looks good if you paint the sides white. So let's see here. This is all dry. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to use 220 first, just to knock down those big, because I can feel some bigger clumps on here, and I don't know why, but I'm going to hit it with 220 first, and I'm literally just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Ooh. I probably should have let that dry a little more. Yeah, there's a little wet paint right there, unless I just did that with, I don't know, that was just sandpaper. Alright, so let's do the 400. we go. Nice and smooth. You don't have to paint the back if you don't want to. And normally we have our stamp on here. I love our stamp. It's so much fun. Yeah, Haley, if you don't want to use spray paint, you don't have to. Sometimes it's just quicker, and getting your brush out or your roller, and it's less messy. But that's up to you. No biggie. Let's see here. What camera do I have this on? This looks like it's going to be a short video. Yeah. Sorry, no sound. All right, so where did I stop? I forget that I turned that mic off. Sorry about that. All right. So she asked, is this good for painting and acrylics or just for resin? And the answer is it's for everything. This is ideal for acrylic paint and airbrush. It's good for resin because it's smooth. You've made this board super smooth, and that's what you want with resin. You want it smooth, and then when you sand it down, give it a little tooth so it's sticking. But you don't necessarily have to put the gesso down for resin. That one rollover with the house paint, I probably would have done another like 2 rolls if I were just going to put resin on this, just because I would want it solid white, and if I wanted to put a clear coat down first or a flood coat, and then have some negative space, I would have definitely put 2 coats of the white house paint first. But the gesso spray is good for making it nice and smooth and airbrushable, and it's good for alcohol ink. You guys have no sound? Well, thank you, Ashley. Ashley says y'all are still by far the best YouTube artists I've seen, in my opinion. We appreciate that so much. How are people saying no sound? So they're rescheduling their trip.
Who is?
He's like, I'm gonna, I can't like, lock. He goes, I'm not gonna leave my girl moving. I was like, yeah, we were gonna say, like, how you gonna just leave her
They can hear
moving?
now.
Yeah, they can hear. I just switched cameras, so.
You talking about Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Luke, right?
From Stonecoat.
Luke.
Yeah.
You said Locke.
I said Locke? Did I say Locke, you guys? I'm pretty sure I said Luke.
You said Locke.
Did you reload? Did you guys reload? Okay. Are there any other questions? You guys have any other questions? Lock. Lock, Luke. I know a lock. All right. So this is the sizes that we're going to have available for the square and the rectangle cradle boards.
Do you or they want any other sizes?
And let us know if you guys feel like there might be some other sizes on this list. Rachel asks, what do you use to take their true color videos? I use my phone. I have a Note 10. Some of the best cameras right now out are cell phones. We go live on our cell phones sometimes too when we're like moving around, and that's when you really get the true color of a lot of the colors that we sell. Someone was asking about smaller than 10 by 10. I don't know. That would be very small. I think this is a 12 by 12 here.
I have 10 by 10 on there.
Yeah, we got 10 by 10. That's the smallest that will go. I don't think you want to go any smaller than that. I think our guy would be like, what are you doing to me? Will you carry 4x4, 6? Oh no, I don't think we'll do 4x4, 6x6. That would be,
That does not work.
yeah, it would cost more to make those because of how small. Like that would be, you might as well just get a piece of wood 6x6. Yeah, I don't know about that, y'all. Donna Parker says, how do you stop the reflection when taking photos? Well, normally what you do is if you want to take it basically in indirect sunlight. You want to take it outside, take it on your porch, open the windows in your place, and if you get a reflection, just move around your piece until there's not a reflection. That's basically all there is.
Move back and zoom in.
If you want to, I'm getting to that, babe. She's back there trying to do my job here. Zoom out, like get as far out as you can, and like from far away, like get the whole entire piece at an angle that is there's no like sunlight or a light or something, and then zoom in on it. If you have a tripod, get the tripod out and do that, because the more it's stable, the better your photograph's going to turn out. We always suggest use a tripod. All right. What is this? Dante? Is that how to say that? Danette? Danette. Hi there. I'm new to your channel. Love it. Danette? Is that how to... I'm sorry. I'm a horrible reader, as you can tell. You guys are fun. I need help trying to stop getting a lot of lint in my resin art. It pisses me off. Any help? My house isn't dustable either. Well, everybody's gonna have a little bit of dust, a little bit of a little bit of lint and hair and bugs and whatever. Like there's stuff's gonna get in it. One, you have to make a really good dust-free zone. Either that being if you have something this size, what works really well, if you have a box about this much bigger, about this much taller, just set the box over your piece. Just set it right over it. That should do it. The second must you have to do is just check on it. Just get you a torch, get you some tweezers, take that box off, or open your dust-free zone and just look at it. Just baby it. Just baby it for at least 2 hours. If you can baby it all day, if you're pouring during the daytime, and you're not leaving, just baby it. Just go in there. If you find stuff, just heat it up a little bit, pull that out, heat that back, and it should just level right out. Within, I would say, 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. You can't do a lot. I wouldn't do it a lot. But if a bug flies in it, we've had this happen, a mosquito or a moth or something, just heat up around that area just a little bit, pull that bug out, and then heat it back up around that area, and hopefully that will work. Anything after 5 or 6 hours, you're just going to have to wait, sand it down, and then put a flood coat over it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And this is another thing. It's a good thing that JJ says that ATD has a video on how to make one. If you go to open up YouTube, you can go to our channel. Doesn't matter the search button there. Put in Artist Till Death Dust Free Zone or Artist Till Death Countertop, or if you want to know how prep, just put in what you're looking for on how to do it or what to use, or if we've ever used blue, pink, and gold. You could probably put all those in there, and if we've used it, that video will come up. Emma says, wetting down around the work area helps, especially if you're in a garage like me. Yeah, that's what car painters do too. They just wet the entire area and the walls, so there's no dust going off in there. John asks, would you use a urethane coat after final sanding instead of flood coating? No, I wouldn't use a urethane coat. I've never done that. I don't know anybody that's done that. I would just do a flood coat. If you have to sand it, if you see either a big piece of dust or a dry spot or some fisheye, and fisheyes are those little bitty divots that it's like you can see the resin that's dipped down, and then you can see your canvas or your board, and that's most likely from either having a dirty canvas or maybe there was silicone or something or oil or something in your on your surface, and that's what'll cause that. But what I would do with that is just let that completely dry for a whole day. I would say 24 hours or more. Wipe it down with alcohol, like everything. Wipe the whole thing down with alcohol. Sand it. Sand in those little divots, those little fish eyes. And then wipe it down again with alcohol, and then do your flood coat. What's up, Vamp? Hope you are. Susan Campbell says, have you thought about more, or have you thought about your airbrush classes? I have, and I'm getting all my airbrushes set up right now. For some reason I had a little leak somewhere, and I don't know where it was at, and I found it today while trying to make it to where I have 2 airbrushes on this table and then 2 airbrushes over there on my in my easel, and there was a crack in my manifold. And then by tightening up this part that I had, made a bigger crack, so I couldn't even use it. I was going to do some airbrush tonight. Actually, I was going to finish out those neon shoes. I'll let you guys see these neon shoes. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm going to have to redo this shoe, which is no fun. Let's see, I'll go overhead here for you. I did these neon shoes the other day, just messing around. And I put some duller, which is like a medium to dull out the paint or to dull out the surface. And I put way too much in. And I'll give you a comparison. Like, this looks like it's, glows. This is without the duller here, this next one. Look at the difference. Like, that is terrible. And I sprayed the entire shoe. Like, it looks so bad. Like, you guys can't really tell. Kind of no fair. So I started spraying black in these areas to kind of pop this neon. And you can see how crappy that looks. Like, you can see how dull this is. It's terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint these black again. And just basically start over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Nike sign. I like to do the neon in the Nike sign. And then I'm just going to do a big drip. A big one big drip on here. And I think that would be fun. Probably do it on both sides, so. But yeah. Have to paint over those. Will you do 2 or 3 inch deep cradle boards? No. These are the only size that we do. If you get any thicker, these boards will be so expensive. MCATs, like it would be very it'd be very expensive. It'd be a lot heavier too. I don't even know if we could make them that thick. Like, you would have to 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches. Like, you would have to stack them together.
Was a 2-inch gallery, but it was expensive. We can do custom dimensions on them. They just have to message me about it.
Where did those shoes go? Where did those other ones go? Here, I'll show you guys what I did. These are the first ones that I did. And I haven't looked at them since I've done them. And this gold leaf is holding up so well. That's so rad. But this is gold leaf. These were white. And I painted them purple. And now I'm going to do a pair for Miss Frise. Some blue and gold. She wants like a periwinkle blue and then a darker or lighter with some of this gold leaf. And I'm super excited about that. But these are for sale if somebody's interested. But they are Erica's, and if she ever wants to wear them, she'll probably wear them if somebody doesn't buy them. Well, thank you. How do you say that? Evian? Yvonne? Is that how to say that? Yvonne? Yeah. I like these contacts, but when I get up close to this text, does not help at all. No, these haven't been worn yet. These are brand new. They've been sitting in the box since we did them. They're just chilling. Welcome to the channel, Yvonne. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, I'm kind of excited because I figured out I was doing this kind of the hard way on here. I was covering up a lot of work that I was doing. Just didn't make sense how I was doing it in the past. So I kind of figured out a little bit better way to do it. God, that stuff just really doled that out. Yeah, this can be painted over, not a problem. That's why I don't mind if I mess up. This Angela's paint is awesome. It's what I use to paint these shoes. Shauna Marie, I have some rose gold. I think I have rose gold. What do you call it? Do I have some of that? Some gold leaf? But it's rose gold. It's champagne gold. I think this is it. I think this is the champagne. Oh, I don't know. Can you tell? Here, I'll give you some. All right. Can you tell the difference? That small piece is gold and this is like a champagne. Yeah, there's a big difference there. Yeah, that's gold. It almost looks silver compared to that. Look at this big old batch of leaf that I got here. And I have something in my throat. I don't like it. I have purple. I have red, orange, green. I don't think there's a rose gold in here, but there might be. I think that's silver. And that's just regular gold. That's a lot. Oh, there's pink. I don't think I have rose gold. Oh, look at that. This is pink. That would look good on something. That's nice. I thought about doing an entire shoe in gold leaf. Just do black and gold. That would look so nice. And I have black gold leaf. Black leaf. Give me the rainbow with all this. Alright. I think my duty is done here. Alright, so let's do a little quick recap. If you guys don't mind. So this is the prep for that is not gonna work. Hold on one second. Recap, what I did is I did not sand this. This is our cradle board. I just took some flat white house paint, rolled it on, rolled the sides, excuse me, let that dry, hit it with a little 400 real quick. And then I took some spray gesso, sprayed that on there, let it dry, hit that with a little 220, then 400, because I wanted it to be nice and smooth, and just let it set. And that's all you need to do. No, you don't really need to do the sides too much unless you're going to see them if your resin is falling over it, or painting or whatever. These boards are awesome for anything. If you want to carve into them, they're awesome for that. They're very lightweight. Like I said, they have this little notch, this dovetail notch cut out, so you're not going to see that. If these were straight, they wouldn't be able to hold on to anything. So that's our patented notch holder there. So yeah, there you have it. And we're also putting these out. This is basically a introduction to our square or rectangle cradle boards. Nice little fast live. We appreciate you guys stopping in for the nice little quick lives. We appreciate it. So with that said, here's all of our info for all of our social media stuff. Thank you for the donation, JJ. That was super awesome of you. If you donate to us, it goes right back into the channel. This is something to do. Doing this every day definitely is not cheap. We go live pretty much every day. If not, we have a video of us doing something that we post. So all the donations are so awesome and they're welcome. It's not necessary. Sharing is about the same as donating. Share our channel, tell people about it, like it, subscribe. Sharing is caring. That's right. So you guys have an awesome Wednesday night. Be kind to one another. You never know what somebody's going through. And just be cool. Answer questions. That's how we started. We just answered questions. Don't forget, June 25th, order your kits by June 20th to make sure they get there before the class. This is our third live pour class with this. What we do is we go live. You guys get the kits from start to beginning. We show you how to do what we're doing. Basically, it's basically a free class. You just have to buy the materials, and we kind of show you how to do it. We show you what works best for us and hopefully works for you as well. And you don't have to buy the kit if you already have supplies. If you want to try to do it with maybe acrylics, who knows? Some of the things that we do with resin you can't do with acrylics. So, but if you have it, you're more than welcome to join us. The kits are found at Artists Till Death. These boards are found at artisttilldeath.com. Yeah, that's about it. You guys have an awesome Wednesday night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. You guys rock. Bye.